Well, this is about as rustic of a sawmill as you can get, but these folks are great to deal with, and they were able to produce a small quantity of timbers, which is what I needed to finish the project beyond the stock that I already had. So we'll try to do a little tour of the sawmill here. They're really nice people, and they were agreeable to let me do some photographs and some video here. Hey, what's your name? Are you the sawmill dog? Are you the sawmill dog? You were a nice greeter when I came in. You were the first one to greet me. Oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're famous now. You're a YouTube dog. It's really impressive to see a more formal sawmill operation. I mean, I'm just going to be doing this as a hobby, but it's just fascinating to see the work, how they kind of organize everything. They've got tons of logs laid out. Looks like they kind of have them separated by species. These are some absolutely massive logs. Looks like these here are, I think they're oak, he was telling me. They've got to be 3.5 feet in diameter. These look like they're kind of in the 18-inch to 24-inch range. But really cool operation here. We'll try to get over in a few minutes once we get loaded up, and we'll see what kind of a sawmill he's running. Wow, that is a ton of slabs. Jeez, they've got them all bundled up. I'm going to ask him what they do with their slabs. I would imagine they probably sell them for firewood. They've got them in bundles. As you can see here, they've got some strapping around them. But just a ton of, boy, there's like probably 4 or 5 cords of wood here just in slab waste. Really nice looking stuff too. It's very clean looking. right, here we go. There's our lumber. Nicely done. So this is the wood miser that they use. He said it's probably about 35 years old. Diesel engine. Diesel engine, right? Yeah. No, it's okay. It's fine. Wow, just a single rail. Huh. Interesting. Wow, this is pine here you're cutting? Telephone pole. What do you use a telephone pole for? Really? So fence, yeah, because they're already treated with like creosote or something, right? Yeah. Yeah, so they make good fence posts. Wow, that is an old machine. Wow, a lot of miles on that engine, that's for sure. So this is where a lot of the slabs go, I guess. What do you do? What do you guys do with all your waste, your slab waste?
Treated stuff goes back where it came from.
Yeah.
A lot of people want the other stuff for firewood.
So like the stuff over there, like you'll sell that for firewood. The stuff that's bundled here.
The one all the way over by the greenhouse, yeah.
Oh, okay. How about this stuff right here?
That's treated.
That's all treated. Oh, okay. I was looking earlier at it and it looked really clean, and I wondered, you know, it looked like a lot of it's softwood, but it looked pretty clean. But I guess that treatment, that chemical goes through it. So this is why Beth and I love living out here. Just absolutely beautiful, beautiful country. You know, there's a mix of a lot of old with some newer places, but the contours of the land are beautiful. You've got a lot of farming thanks to our Amish neighbors here. It's a great place to live. We're really fortunate. We never take for granted. Look at this beautiful old barn, and you know, look at the old brick farmhouse. You know, all of our roads around here are just like this, which, you know, you drive them every day, and sometimes you do tend to think this is just normal for everybody, but we really appreciate what we've got out here in southeastern Pennsylvania. We're just doing a quick pull over here to check to see we haven't had any shifting of the load. We kind of did a best we can securing here, making sure that about 5 miles of driving out from the mill on those roads, and a lot of twists and turns, but everything looks pretty good. So back into Catbird Hill. Hey everybody, John here. Welcome back to Catbird Hill. So it's been a pretty busy day, as you can see from where the video started this morning, and now it's about 5 o'clock. It's getting dark, almost time to go in. Always rushing against the daylight here, trying to beat the clock. So you can probably figure out that the sawmill shed is going to be a timber frame structure. I want to make a go at timber framing. I've always wanted to do that. I don't know if I mentioned that in a previous video or not, but today I went and purchased timbers that I needed for the entirety of the project. I had about 80% of what I needed already, and if it's still light enough, I'll take you back and show you where that wood is stored. But this wood I had cut from a local sawmill. You saw it in the earlier part of the video. It's an Amish sawmill. I know these people. They're very, very friendly. They typically don't deal with what they refer to as English, like I am, non-Amish people, but I've got a great relationship with them, and I've done business with them before. So what I have here, just to show you what was loaded into the truck, on the bottom here, this is, you saw me muscle this in. They're actually two large beams. Those are 8x8. That's Eastern hemlock. One of those is about 10 feet long. The other one's probably about 12 feet long. By the way, I did a quick search for the log calculator, probably looking at somewhere around 275, 300 pounds, give or take. And these are all 4x4 white oak. And there's a specific reason I chose these materials, largely because that matches what I already have. I have a large amount of hemlock and a large amount of oak. The oak is going to be used for the roof rafters. It was, thank goodness for the Kubota L2501. You saw I just kind of hooked some straps on and brought it back here into our equipment barn. This wood is green. It was cut maybe about 6 weeks or so ago. It's been sitting outside. We've had a lot of rain here in southeastern Pennsylvania, followed by a lot of unbelievably cold temperatures. So this stuff actually had ice on it this morning when I picked it up. I've put it in our equipment room barn here. It's not heated, but it never really gets below freezing. I don't want to place the wood outside, even though it might be covered, because I know it's going to get really cold again, and the moisture in there is just going to freeze. My intent is to have these dry a bit, to probably start building in the springtime. And the timbers I already have are actually dry. They're old timbers. They were salvaged from a timber frame project that was being done by a friend of mine. And if we can, let's see if we'll check out the light here. I think there might be just enough light. We'll go on a little bit of a walk here at Catbird Hill. So I have these extra leftover timbers stored underneath of the roof of what I call the firewood pavilion, where I store all my firewood for sale. And I picked them up from my friend maybe a year and a half ago. I knew I wanted to build this sawmill shed, and I couldn't pass up the deal. He practically gave them to me, and certainly now with the price of lumber and even milled, custom cut milled lumber has really gone up. The gentleman I was speaking to today said that they're still, well above what their price point was back in 2018, 2019. So there, we're just passing by the sawmill shed base that was completed. One thing you might want to take a look at, I don't think I caught this on previous videos, I did install cross members all down the length of that to stabilize the legs. Not that I'm expecting any movement, but I had a bunch of free 2x4 cedar boards. Took them out of a waste bin at a fence company. They were perfect for what I needed, so I just wanted to kind of shore up that track, that base for the sawmill track. Of course, I'm speaking loudly enough to catch the microphone, I'm probably scaring off all the great horned owls. We have a bunch of great horned owls that live up in all of these conifers here. In fact, Beth and I have been really lucky for a number of years to see the babies in the springtime, the owlets. Really pretty special thing. So coming back here, I think there's going to be enough light. This is good. Coming back here to the firewood pavilion, as we call it, and as you can see, the firewood pavilion is very, very empty. This was full, maybe this was stacked almost roof high about 2-3 months ago. I think we've had the firewood stand up for about a year. I think we've sold 350 bags. You can see I've got some more ready to go. Took off way more quickly than I thought it would. So I'll try to get on the other side of the shed here to show you what I have. So these are the timbers that my friend gave me. They're 8x8. They're mostly hemlock. I think there might be a pine in there. And then these are oak 4x4s. I'm sorry, these are 4x6s. Up in the rafters up here, I actually have a whole bunch of oak 4x4s. But here you can kind of get a better idea. Maybe I'll stand at this end and show you what we've got. But I picked up all this stuff from my friend. He built a cabin up in the mountains about 2 years ago. He cut the trees down up there himself, had them milled at a local mill near where the cabin was being built, and he just had stuff left over. So I've got these are I think that's this one here I think is an 8x10 that we're looking at. The other two bottom ones are 8x8. But anyhow, I got all this timber, and I got a couple stored in the garage as well. He sold me all of this for $100. So as far as I'm concerned, he gave it to me. He just wanted to get rid of it. But at any rate, I've got this stuff back here. This is dry, and it's just going to stay here until I'm ready to use it. So that's why I want to try to accelerate the drying of those other timbers I bought today. Sorry for the the darkness here, but I keep telling myself every day we're adding about a minute of daylight. So a little bit of a different video, a little bit of a road trip. I know a lot of people like to see that. You got a chance to see where we live here in southeastern Pennsylvania, what it's like. We're really blessed to have a gorgeous landscape. We've got wonderful Amish neighbors all around us. That particular sawmill is only about 15-20 minutes away from where we live, and that I got those timbers, those two hemlock beams that are 8x8 and all that white oak for $125. Obviously I had to pick it up, but I mean, that to me is still really, really good. Anyhow, I'm going to shut the video down here because we're getting dark. I'm getting hungry, and stay tuned. Hopefully the next video will, as far as the sawmill shed playlist goes, the next video I'll put together should be the beginning of the assembly of the sawmill. I want to get that thing up and running and start practicing with it, because I'm probably going to be using it a little bit to build to cut some lumber for other parts of the sawmill shed beyond the timber framing. But we've got a whole learning experience coming up here with timber framing. So thanks so much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up if you like the content. Please leave comments. I love reading your comments below, and tell me what you think about the build and any experience you may have had with timber framing. I've read a lot. I've done a lot of online research, and I've practiced a little bit with just some smaller timbers to start to get the feel. But anyhow, I really appreciate all the support. The channel continues to grow. We're almost at that magic 500 where we're going to have the Chainsaw Chaps giveaway. So we're still going to do that. So please subscribe if you haven't done so. Share the videos. Until next time, John here from Catbird Hill, getting cold and dark. Take care.